press conferences devoted to the preliminary results of staff re-attestation in the National Police of Ukraine and Kyiv and Kyiv region. We have Olena Diatlova, spokesperson at the National Police of Ukraine Recruiting Center. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. We are grateful for your interest and for attending our press briefing. First of all, I would like to welcome you with the New Year, with Christmas season. I would like to remind you that the re-attestation in the National Police of Ukraine in Kyiv and Kyiv region continues. And today I would like to inform you about statistics. In general, in Kyiv and Kyiv Oblast, attestation is designed for 12,000 of police officers, including administration. As of January 14th, we had 17 attestation committees. 3 commissions work with the administration, then 5 commissions with the Kyiv servicemen, and 7 commissions in the region. As of yesterday, they reviewed the files of 10,483 servicemen of national police, including 1,185 from administration, and 2,384 from Kyiv region. We plan to finish this attestation process during the last decade in January. In course of attestation, 335 servicemen were recommended to be tested on polygraph. Also, we collect attestation claims. As of today, we have 2 commissions on appeals, and we have received 875 appeals. From late January, we will launch the re-attestation procedure in the regions of Ukraine. On January 12th, the order for re-attestation in Khmelnytsk Oblast was signed. In general, in this oblast, we have 2,200 employees, national police employees, to be reattested. Also, we have started procedure for formation of the attestation committees. The procedure for selecting people to the re-attestation committees is similar in all the oblasts. It is based on the instruction for re-attestation of National Police Service of the Ministry of the Interior. And there is the central re-attestation commission whose head is registered by the head of the national police, and then oblast police bodies have to appoint the attestation committees in their oblasts with coordination of with the head of the national police. Members to these commissions might be police servicemen and representatives from the Parliament of Ukraine, NGOs, representatives of international assistance bodies and NGOs, civil society organizations, etc. They have to fill in the online questionnaire, which is posted in the main police department in each oblast. The final membership of which attestation committee is should be approved by the regional head of police department. What are the requirements to the attestation committee members? First of all, this is the willingness to work in such commission. Then objectivity in making decision, unprejudiced attitude, openness for discussion, knowledge in the legislative work and in police work is recommended. HR knowledge in HR and ability to work hard and 24 hours per day. From the moment when the attestation committee is established, it immediately starts to work. We plan that from December 24th, the attestation committees will start their work in Khmelnytska Oblast. The process should be finished by end of January. The recruiting center employees will provide technical and methodological support to the re-attestation process in Khmelnytska Oblast. By the end of January, we will deliver final press conference on the re-attestation in Kyiv and Kyiv region, and later, when the attestations in the oblast will be finished, we will report on that.
First, introduce yourself and ask a question. Gonna Kaimineva Interchannel. The information was by the General Prosecutor's Office that 4 representatives of Berkut were reattested, and that the investigation continues, and they are suspects in the cases. How can you comment on the situation and whether there will be a commission of appeal? I can only repeat that was declared by the head of national police on this matter, that these 4 people didn't undergo attestation. In the documents, it is said that after re-attestation, they are appointed to work in the national police. These people didn't participate in the attestation because there are several processes of re-attestation that were carried out during 2 years. Maybe they speak about this. Because one advisor on communication is present here, so the word is given to him. If you don't read documents carefully, and if you read it carefully, you will see that it was about internal assessment that was carried out according to the agenda of changes and new positions, and that order was signed in 2014 in November, so they didn't interpret this document properly. This procedure is done every year, and there they provide testing in order to promote or demote a person. But then mass media took this idea and they confused two different attestations that are carried out by police, and now all the and that's why we should say that promotion was done, but not in the framework re-attestation that is carried out now, but in the framework of a different re-attestation that was carried out previously by Mr. Tarashuk, and the re-attestation in the framework of the process that is underway in the recruiting center that is carried out by the attestation committee. These 4 persons didn't undergo this contest, and they won't do it. And this is the next. And I want to say that this is a classic misinterpretation of re-attestation. And here we are speaking about re-attestation, so this is miscommunication. Thank you, Denis. And now we continue with our questions. Please introduce yourself. Alexandra Titrova, Special News ICTV. Can you specify the numbers? You said that 10,483 persons underwent re-attestation, so they are going to serve in the police. What is the percentage that didn't pass, who are recommended for firing? This is the general number, the total number of personal cases, and the decisions are taken. They are different, and now the intermediate figures on the status of re-attestation. These figures are not provided now because the process is underway. So at the end of January, there will be a press conference, and we will provide you with all the figures in the framework of the decision taken. So next comment, and maybe some preliminary figures, some percentages. No, I don't have such an information at the moment. Can you tell us, recommended for lie detector, what were the grounds, and whether the lie detector have legal grounds, and about the appellations, what are these appellations? So what are the main complaints, and what are the positions? Are those top officials or some minor officials? If you are speaking about lie detector, it is recommended for the police officers, these recommendations from Attestation Commission. This is their intermediate decision. And what are the grounds? Do they have some doubts, maybe some examples? Maybe some mistrust or distrust or some facts that they want to check using lie detector from some open sources of information. Maybe this decision was grounded on this, maybe based on the activity of these officers. Maybe then you can ask this question to the members of commission. These decisions are taken by commissions, so you can ask heads of attestation commissions, and they will explain in what cases they recommend to use lie detector. What are the reasons? Some information on this. Can you provide us with such an information? Answering your question on who undergo lie detector first, I would like to say that the decision who will undergo lie detector, this decision is taken by the Commission by the majority of the vote, and this question should be addressed to them. And we are ready for cooperation and to cooperate with the media and to establish their cooperation with heads of commissions who are 90% representatives of civil society organizations. And speaking of motivation, there are many indicators. For example, they can believe that this information is untrue, or they have questions on declaration of property, or maybe they see that in personal case there's not enough information on the past, and maybe they see that a person is in some structures that were corrupt or some criminal activities. So this is the right of commission. Imagine you're a journalist, you can serve in these commissions, and you can take decisions to use polygraph. We have some instances when police officers refuse to undergo a test using lie detector. And I don't have such an information at the moment. And as to whether these officers were fired, what happened then? The Station Commission takes final decisions on them, and these decisions are taken by Commission. And this is a technical information, all the detailed information, who underwent or didn't undergo this. It will be provided during the last press conference that will be given in 2 weeks. And comment, if a person rejected this claim, is there a chance that he will serve in the national police? I can tell you about this because this decision is taken by the Commission. And about complaints, who complains and about what? Maybe I ask Sviatoslav to tell us about this. This is our lawyer. He has the right to speak about complaints. I'm Sviatoslav Kostena. I'm Sviatoslav Kostavinov. I work in the Department of Justice of the USA. And as to your question about complaints, according to the order of the ministry, the person can complain, and he can apply his complaint, and there can be any motivation for this. They can, for example, that they can believe that their rights were infringed, or some procedures were not done properly. So they should get 60 scores during the test, and they can apply their complaints on different factors, starting from questions that, in their opinion, maybe were not related to their positions, and maybe ending with some personal motives of their behavior. Maybe they didn't like the member of the commission or some other factors. So there's no limitations. So any policeman can file his complaint. And I have a mic, so please wait a minute. You are from the Department of Justice of the United States. No, it's a program set up. What is your position? I'm a coordinator of the project. And I set up programs. So it's an international program. So you are not a policeman, so you just a specialist, an outsider. It's an international program of technical help. But where do you work? I'm not a representative of the national police. Is this enough? So thank you. Do you have other questions or comments? Is not a part of national police. Do you have some questions or comments? Please do. RBK Ukraine. Tell us, please, is there a function, such an option, as Because I know that some policemen are re-attested not in person, but they underwent re-attestation using test, but without an interview. According to the instruction on attestation of the policemen, the Attestation Commission can work with cases of policemen and all additional information and the results of the tests, and to take decisions based on this. Yes. So it can be done without the participation of the police officer. Yes, according to the law and according to the instruction, it is correct. And is there any information of people like this? But maybe during the last press conference I will tell you about this. Do you have some comments? I would like to specify what about your positions? Are you a consultant? I am a coordinator of the Center of Recruiting. We are not representatives of the National Police. We provide technical and technological support of this to this process. And can you represent yourself? Legal journal, Igor Katniuk. And we have time for one more question. Do you have it? If there's no questions or comments, thank you very much. We will end our press conference. Thank you for coming, and until the next time, goodbye.
Колеги, давайте я вам поясню, якщо у вас виникало питання.